Hello guys, what's up? My name is Hollow, and today we are starting a new series that's actually going to be focused on this scenario right here, the power couple scenario. So if we're going to go ahead and open it up, it is themed on careers and romance. A married couple working in business have a friendly bet going about who will become CEO first. Can their marriage survive the cutthroat competition? Can they make room in their busy lives for more than their ambitions? Both Sims will start out in the business career as assistant managers with some relevant skills, and the requirements are they must not be related to each other and they're young adult or older. So I wonder if they have to be married. Maybe we'll try setting ours up as fiancés and we'll see if that works. The potential outcomes are both Sims make the CEO, one Sim becomes CEO and the other becomes angel investor, which I think is like the complement to CEO, like the other level 10 in the business career. And then the third option is that the Sims are no longer married. That's the one we want to avoid. So let's go ahead and start a new save. And to be completely honest, I just tried to record this like literally 5 minutes ago, and I had an idea as I was doing it. So I was wondering how story mode would work with scenarios, because I don't really have an idea of what type of sim I want to make just yet for this challenge. So I was just going to do story mode and sort of just pick one and just sort of start going with it, see how it goes. But the thing, like, I'm just wondering, like, because with story mode you get careers sometimes, and with career, like, this is supposed to have a career. So what if story mode gives you a different career? How will those things line up? That's the thing. So I want to see what other things we could do. Sorry, I'm trying to like pick the traits and talk at the same time, and my brain is just not working with it. Okay, so I just randomized sim, and let's see what it sort of gives us. Oh, I keep saying randomize. I mean, I just story moded a sim. So see, they gave me a different career. They gave me salary person, and then I have skill in logic and writing, and I have high starting funds. But this guy wants to be a writer, wants to be a best-selling author. They're materialistic, outgoing, and ambitious. Okay. Well, I don't mind the character. I don't mind the character traits and everything it gave me. The thing is, I just don't know how this will work with the scenario. I'm gonna keep it and just sort of see what happens. But for this guy, I don't really like the way he looks. So let's randomize until I get a face I actually like to work with. Yeah, that's okay. That guy's fine. All right, and then let's go ahead and story mode another person. So my next person is friend of the world, mean, ambitious, neat, unemployed. Standards, guarding skills, skiing. Why the hell are I skiing? Okay, that's weird. Skiing, like, they didn't even get any questions about skiing. So that's a random one. Handiness. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and randomize this person. She's not bad. I could work with her. Yeah, we'll do her. Okay, so there are two Sims. Let me just sort of, I wonder, Sims must not be related to each other. Okay, so if you click fiance, it makes them related to each other. Or if you husband, the husband doesn't work either. So what? Okay, so I guess they just have to stay a household member. Maybe it'll do it when you set up the scenario. Like maybe it'll go in and do the relationships on its own. Let's go ahead and give her a name. Noelle. I like Noelle. That's cute. That sounds like a serious businessy person, right? Noelle Metcalf. Yeah, we'll do that. And then for the dude, what should your name be, bro? Donnie? No. I think I like Metcalf though, so I'm gonna call him Metcalf. They'll just be Metcalf because they're supposed to be married anyways, and I like Noelle Metcalf, so I want her to keep that name. And my MCC will change her name if he is a different one. So, but let's go ahead and set up some likes and dislikes for them. Can I do that? Oh, it's not letting me. Is that a problem with story mode? You're not allowed to pick likes and dislikes. Well then, I guess we'll just go ahead and get started. So I am gonna go in and edit these guys up. I'll put it into a speed time. A what? A speed time? I'll put it into a time lapse for you guys. So yeah, I'll go ahead and get to that, and I will bring you back when I'm done. All right, so I just realized going back through the editing that I didn't actually tell you his name is Jonah. I sort of skipped that part in the video because like I was doing like a lot of really long pauses in between like switching the names because it was taking my game a while to generate names. And so I was just like, Eric, Tom, Sean, and then like it was just like really spaced out and really boring, so I cut the whole thing, and then I just like skipped to the part where I decided that I'd make their last name the same. But his name is Jonah, so if you didn't see it up there in the corner, his name is Jonah Metcalf. So the couple is Jonah and Noelle Metcalf. And with these guys, I just sort of went at it. Like I just used the faces I got and just sort of went for it. Like I don't really know how to describe it. I just sort of started going, and I like how they came out. I do. I feel like with Jonah, he's not like my typical guy, because like a lot of times when I make male Sims, I make them into people that I find attractive. But with Jonah, he's just sort of like an average guy to me. Like I think he's all right, but I'm not like super into him. So yeah, but I do really like him, and I like him with Noelle. I think they look really cute together. So I got really excited about them. And by the way, if you follow me on Twitter, you already saw these guys because I posted them a couple of days ago because I was so excited about them. I just had to post something. But yeah, I will be posting a couple pictures at the end of the video too, because I took so many screenshots. Like legitimately, I took like 40 screenshots of them after I made them. I just was like playing around with Pose Player, and I had like all these different poses, and I was like, they look so cute together. I was really excited. But yeah, so that sort of thing. But yeah, Jonah was kind of weird. It was kind of weird setting them up because like I didn't really know what I wanted for them. So I was just sort of like going for stuff that I was I don't know, stuff that I thought sort of suited their face. So like with Jonah, his hair, like for both of them, actually, their hair was a big deal for me. It was hard for me to figure it out. But for Jonah, like I wanted something that was a little bit longer. Like I didn't want it to be too long, but I wanted it to be a little bit longer. And I wanted it to still look like professional, you know, because he's going into the business career. But I didn't want it to look too professional, you know, because he's like a younger guy who's just starting out in the business career. So maybe he's not fully put together yet, you know. So that was sort of the idea I wanted for him. And like I have the similar issue when I get to Noelle, and like that one I'll explain when we're actually doing Noelle, so I have something to talk about during her part. But yeah, I just showed you their first outfits, like me making their first outfits, and then I just like cut and show you their entire outfit scheme, because that's a little easier for me than putting in like the entire video, the entire thing, because then I would have to talk over that, and I don't know these characters yet. I haven't played them yet. So I made it a little easier on me and just cut all that. So you only got to see the first outfit being made, but I showed you all the other ones just now. So let me know what you think of them. And for Noelle, I really like her, but I feel like I use a face like this a lot. I was looking at her and I was like, you know, I feel like I get this sim a lot. Like this sort of facial structure in a sim. I feel like I get it a lot, and I turn a lot of my sims. I make a lot of my sims from this basic facial structure. That was sort of one thing. That was one thing that I think I did. So I don't know. Like I feel like there's probably some sims in my gallery that she might look similar to. Like I couldn't think of any when I was making her. So it's not like I was like, oh God, she looks like this person. Like no, it was just like she might look like somebody else, because I'm pretty sure I've used a base very similar to this before. But yeah, there's that. And another thing I noticed is like, you see her smirk on the right side of her face? That's a CC thing. That's a CC like slider. But she came auto-generated with that. Like she auto-generated with a smirk. And I've never seen that before, which was really weird. Because like I've had plenty of sims that like I put a smirk on. But I've never had one auto-generate with a smirk, so that was kind of cool. Like she had, like, it wasn't quite as noticeable. Like you saw me go in and edit it a little bit, but it was like she had one when she started, which I thought was really funny. So I decided to keep it and just made it longer. But okay, here's the thing for the hair. I live in the United States, and a big problem for the United States is there's still a lot of inherent racism in our country, and it affects people like to the point like you can't wear your hair the way you want when you're black, because people discriminate against your hair. Because like that's why we have this new thing coming out called the Crown Act, where it's protecting black women from discrimination in the sense based on like their hairstyle, because a lot of black hairstyles are seen as unprofessional, quote unquote, or dirty, and it's just like it's really stupid. Like I think it's the dumbest thing in the world, but unfortunately that's the way racism is. It's really dumb. But yeah, so there's like all these really cool hairstyles, but I was like, this is a woman who has to like, I want her to still use that because I want to support that idea of you shouldn't have to change your culture and your style because of your job. You can be able to be a professional person without having like the quote unquote American professional look, which is inherently not black, by the way. So I wanted her to still have a black hairstyle. I wanted her to have a like a I wanted her to have that cultural representation, but I didn't know which one to pick because a lot of them were just like, they're just so much fun. And it's like, you're still in business. So I don't want it to be like too much fun, you know? Cause like you're going to work. But I mean, like, why can't you wear those things to work? So it was like a weird conflict in my head because like I have those biases because I'm American, because I was raised in this country where you don't see those things in the business world. They didn't seem businessy enough to me. But the whole point was trying to break that scenario. I mean, that stereotype. So it was a little weird. So yeah, that was sort of a difficult thing for me. But I decided on this one, which is based off of Zendaya's hair at like some award ceremony or something, I think. But yeah, I love it. I felt like this one just really clicked with her. Like there was a lot of them that I tried on. I thought she looked beautiful, but that one was the one I really wanted. And you might have caught it in there, but I tried to make her lips bigger, and I can't do it with the Sim sliders. So I need to find like a CC slider that lets me like make lips bigger because I need that more for my Black Sims. There's so many Black Sims where I can't quite achieve the look I want because I can't do that. So I might actually go and try to find one of those before we start the series. But yeah, let's go ahead and get back into it. Okay. So let's see how things worked. All right. So it had him quit the salary person career and join the business career, which is good. Gave us logic and charisma. We're married. Okay, so we're just married. So it made us married as well. That's good. No sentiments or anything. Just married. Right, and we're both in our thing. Good skills and everything. Okay, cool. So we're in a pretty good place. I'm gonna go ahead and come over here and I'm going to redesign our apartment. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this layout or not. I have no idea how it's gonna go. I'm just gonna jump in and start working on it. Okay, so as we get into this, the first and foremost thing I want to remind you, I am not a builder. I am a cast person, 100%. So, if this is bad, I'm sorry. I don't know if it's good or not. I like it, but I don't know. But yeah, this layout that I started out with, I just sort of went for it and just put in a layout, and I actually really liked it, and I ended up using it, so I didn't end up changing it at all. I skipped over a bunch of stuff where I was trying to figure out the color scheme because you see here I had like a bunch of light colors and like light wood floors, and I had like these wood accents on the wall, and it didn't work. Like everything I tried just didn't quite work. So I moved away from my CC stuff and I went to in-game stuff, and I switched to the eco lifestyle wallpapers and everything, and I feel like it looks a little bit better. Like it's still not quite what I envisioned. Like I still feel like there might be some weirdness about it, but I like it a lot more, the new color scheme, which I'm putting in right now. And I actually really like the way the walls look and everything. And I love all the colors and everything. They're like sort of muted and cool. And I think that actually suits the couple a lot better. Like the first one I had was very bright. And like, I mean, I wanted it to be like a light area apartment because there's no windows in these apartments. They're so dark. So like I wanted to add some light in with like the wind, like with some light colors. But I prefer this new color scheme. I think it works a lot better. And just using warm lights instead made it so much better. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. Like, I don't know if it looks good. Like, I like it, but I don't know if it actually looks good. So, yeah, feel free to give me tips and stuff. Cause like, again, I'm not a builder. Like, I'm not a builder. I'm not a designer. Like, I don't do this stuff. So I have no idea what I'm doing here. And so I'm just sort of like trying stuff out, and like, I like how a lot of it turned out. I used a lot of like eco lifestyle and Dream Home Decorator stuff because like Dream Home Decorator, I just love the stuff that came with that pack. Like it's a lot more my style, I guess. But yeah, I just went for it. So yeah, I really like the way it looked. I tried out some things that I've seen, like putting the lights in under the counter so that like it adds like some backlighting in the kitchen and stuff like that. I used like a round table, and like for that little corner over there where I have the islands right now, I wanted it to be like a little coffee bar.
So I was thinking that I would put in the table and then I'd also have like a little coffee bar over there. But like when I actually put in the table and put in the chairs, I was like, there's no space for chairs here. They can't actually sit here and drink their coffee. So I ended up changing it just to normal counters, which is like right now, because like it doesn't make any sense to put island counters there. But yeah, I still end up turning it into like a little coffee nook. It's just not the same. Like it's just not meant to sit there. It's just where you make your coffee. But yeah, I really like how it turned out. I tried out a bunch of my CC that I've never used before. I mean, there's so much CC I've never used because again, I'm not a builder. So I have all this build by CC that I never use because I download it because I'm like, oh, it's gorgeous, I want it. But then like I never build, so I never use it. But yeah, so I got to try out a bunch of stuff that I've never used before, which was a lot of fun. But this house is distinctly lacking decoration. Like, I mean, the bathroom gets some decoration, which you'll see. Like, I've got, like, some toiletries and stuff up and around it. But for the most part, like, the rest of the house is pretty bland. Like, I mostly just went for the main furniture. And, like, I did a little bit of decorating in the bedroom, but not a lot. It's not really personalized yet. There's just, like, there's some, like, I guess hair care and, like, makeup sort of stuff set around to like imply that she does her makeup, but it's just, I don't know, it's not fully there yet. And that's because I ran out of money. I had like 30,000 simoleons and well, not 30, I had like, I don't know, like 29,000, something like that. And I'm down to 300 now. So I don't have a lot of money left. And even with all that, it's still not what I would want. There's still so much that's missing. Like they don't have like I love putting stuff on like the nightstands and everything, and like there's not very much. Like there's a little bit on one side but not on the other, and it's just like there's just a lot I want to figure out. So there's stuff that I just want to go through and figure out here. I also have a problem when I make rooms. I make them too small because I'm like, you don't actually need like a place for clothes in The Sims. So I make them for functionality a lot rather than for aesthetic. And so at first I started out with just cube and I was like, oh, it's fine, I don't need a dresser. And then I was like, maybe I should add one just to make it look nice, you know? So I bumped out that little bit of space so that I could add in like a closet area. But yeah, I thought I actually really enjoyed it after I did it. I was like, this makes more sense. It looks a lot nicer. Like it looks like a more homey sort of room. Whereas like before it was just a cube with nothing but a bed and I was like, this looks kind of lame. But after I added in the closet stuff, I was like, oh, this actually looks like kind of comfortable. It actually looks like a nice little room, like a nice little place to be, you know? So, yeah, I think I need to work on that more. Like, there's so much there's so much cool stuff you can do, like, if you just try to make things a bit more lifelike rather than just going off of gameplay. So, I think that's something I need to do. I need to work on a bit more when I'm actually, like, working on houses and like apartments and stuff like that, because like I do want to get into building. I want to get better at building. I want to start like creating my own houses and my own apartments and stuff, because I've mentioned it in a couple of like my gallery suite videos, but I do eventually want to make my own save world, and I'd really like to make my own houses and apartments, like actually build stuff myself. But like again, I don't feel very good at it yet. And it's just like I gotta keep working on that. So I want to keep doing more of that, like as these series and stuff go on. And that's sort of another reason that I decided to start them in an apartment and move them to a house, so that I could work on like building my skills with both of those. So in this one, I redesigned the layout of the apartment and everything. But eventually, when I move them to a house, I'm gonna actually build the house. So yeah, that's sort of just, I don't know. It's just sort of stuff I want to try out, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. I really enjoyed it, like just putting in all the little details and like trying to, I haven't tested this, like some of the stuff. So like you see I put that tiny little lamp over in the corner. I don't actually know if they can get around it. Like it's not a full size one, so it doesn't take up a full square. So I think they should be able to, but like I haven't tested that yet. And then there's like some other stuff that's like clipping into the wall. Like I'll put in a bookshelf in the living room, and like I put the like TV stand is like clipping into the back wall and stuff like that. So there's stuff I did to try to save a little bit of space in here, but I don't actually know if it's usable. I haven't tested it yet, so we'll find that out in the next episode when we start playing. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I'm just sort of going with it and like pointing out stuff as I see it in the video. For like I just don't know what to say. Yeah, I just sort of played around with it a lot and just like tried to make stuff look as full as I could with the money I had. because like I didn't have that much money. I really like it goes fast. It goes fast when you're trying to actually make something look full and like well done. It's like it just takes a lot. And like I have trouble, like I have a problem with paying attention to money, like both IRL and in game. I don't pay attention to how much money I'm spending. I'm just like, that looks cool, I want it, I'm gonna buy it. And yeah, you can imagine that causes trouble. So yeah, we have a little issues with this where like I was going around decorating everything and like I got everything in, and then I was like, I have no money whatsoever to decorate. So like I couldn't put any plants in, I couldn't put any like wall art in, I couldn't even afford rugs. I mean, technically I could have gotten those things, but they would have had literally no money to start with. So I decided not to do that. I decided to leave them a little bit of money because I'm hoping that these people are a little bit more responsible than I am. You know, I like to play that out as if like these are people in a business career. Maybe they're a little bit more responsible than myself. So yeah, that was sort of why I gave them a little bit of money rather than spending every last penny. So yeah, but ultimately I like how things turned out. Like I'm still not fully happy with the living room. Like it's just, it looks very bland, and like the colors, I'm not sure about the color scheme, but like I really wanted to use that sectional sofa. I thought that was the best fit for the room, but like I couldn't get a color swatch I really liked because I wanted to have that same wood tone because it matches the wood in the rest of my house. But there's only the only swatches with the wood tone, with that wood tone, are the gray one and the white one. And I was like, I don't really like either one of these. I think I ultimately ended up switching to the white, but I still don't like it as much as I don't know. I wish there was a little bit more color to it, you know, because it just feels like very bland to me. Like I love the way the bedroom looks. The bedroom has a lot of different colors going on. I think it looks really nice, and like the majority is like the blue, like this sort of like muted blue, but there's still like a lot of other little colors going in that makes it looks really nice. So I just like the way it looks. And like in the office, it's got like those deep blue walls and like the nice warm wood that pulls out, and like I really like how that looks. But then in the living room, it's just like, I don't know, it's just like these weird reddish walls and then black and wood furniture. It's just, I don't know. I don't really like how it looks. I feel like I need to edit that more, but I just don't know what I would switch it to because like I don't want it to be yellow because that's the kitchen color, and I don't want it to be blue. I don't want it to be one of the blues because those are the living room and bedroom colors. But like I don't know what I would switch it to instead. So like maybe like I could just make it all gray, but like I don't know, then I'd have to figure out the colors other ways. And again, that sectional, which I want, can't pull in any color. It'll either be gray or white because in order to match my wood tones. So it's just like, I don't know. It's, I don't know. Designing's hard. I don't know how people do it so easily. So yeah, that's something that's like an issue for me. I got to figure out that room. But yeah, I really like this little area that I'm working on right now. The little like mirror area. Again, I don't know if it's functional because it's like right next to the bed, and it's like I don't know if it's gonna work or not. I hope it does because I really like it. I think it looks really cute. It's almost like a little like vanity sort of area set up on the wall, which I really like a lot. So I hope I get to keep it, but I don't know. Yeah, I should have tested this stuff. I really should have, but I didn't think about it. Like, I really didn't even think about the fact that some of this needed to be tested until just now when I was recording. Because, like, I pulled it up and I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot. I took up that space. I should probably check if that worked. So, yeah, there's a little bit of that stuff that I've got to do. But, yeah, this is really I think the reason I like this so much is because it's, like, the only place where I put in any sort of personality into this house, really. Because, like, everything else is just the items they need. But like in the bedroom, I actually got like a little bit of stuff going on, and it's still not like perfect. It's not exactly what I want, but you know, it's whatever. And here's a little coffee bar, which I think turns out really cute. So, I think the coffee bar is really cute, and I can't wait to get like a nice big painting to put it behind it. I think it'll look really pretty. But yeah, I don't know. This is pretty much it. It was just like I got a couple little touches here and there, but there's still a lot I want to do. But yeah, we're gonna just jump back into the real-time video, and I sort of talk to you as I walk you through the apartment so you can see each little thing. Alright, so we are all done with the house. If we come in, we've got our little kitchen off to the side. We've got a little coffee counter, because I figure with business people, they're gonna be up at night, so they're gonna want to like sort of get stuff like that. We've got our little kitchen here.
We come over, we've got a nice little walk area for them to like come in, take their shoes off, stuff like that, check yourself before you leave, all that. We've got our living room here next to the balcony that we can't really do anything with. We've got a bookshelf over here. And like this place is still pretty bare because like I ran out of money. I only have like 300 simoleons left. But yeah, and then this is our bathroom. So we've got a nice little corner shower. We've got like a towel warmer. We've got our toilet and our nice sink and everything. Then we come over here. This is the bedroom. So we've got our bed set up. We've got a little space for them to do like their morning routine stuff. We've got their closet and everything. And then if we come over this way, we've got their office. So both of them have a little setup. I figure like the right side is the husband's desk and the left side is the wife's desk. That's sort of just how it looks in my mind. But yeah, that's how the house looks so far. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this episode. I think this is all the sort of background stuff we need. So everything else we will like get into like with gameplay and stuff next week. This week was just setting everything up. So we've got everything all set now. We've got the characters, we've got the house, we are good to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you're excited for this series. I'm really excited for it. I think it'll be a lot of fun to sort of try out this new scenario because this is more like what I wanted from a scenario. You know, it's got like some actual challenge to it and it's got like an emotional like story building part to it. So I really like it. I'm really excited for this one. So I hope you guys are too, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.